you want to know my opinion on what I think, just keep on watching. Hey guys, what's good? It's your girl Nisi here and I'm back with another video, and I want to give a huge thank you to my subscribers and my new ones. If you're new here, hey, subscribe to your girl and join the family. I'm trying to reach 500 subscribers by the end of this month and I'm currently on 489. So come on guys, 11 subscribers to go. Let's run up the numbers. I've made my watch hours, so thank you so much for everyone that's watched my videos, shared them, commented and subscribed and liked and all that good stuff. But yeah guys, in today's video, a big trigger warning. When I seen this video of this woman breaking down yesterday, and I was like, nah, I gotta do a video on this, especially with the whole 21 and no kids. If you've not seen that video that I did, do check it out. That's my highest ranked video on my YouTube channel, and now I get why the girlies in that video are mad. When there's women out here who don't want kids, who have already got kids, they're having breakdowns, and you know what I mean? Like, that's why certain women were mad in that video. So if you've not seen it, do check it out. It's a good one. And shout out to all the girls who are choosing to be child free, 21 and no kids. I'm not mad at you. Listen, I'm a mother and this ish is not easy. But yeah, like I said in today's video, big trigger warning. A woman is breaking down saying I don't know if she's found out she's pregnant, or you know what I mean, like she does look like she's quite far along, and I think she's just coming to the realization that she can't do this. So she's got 2 kids prior, she's got a husband, and her husband's recording her while she's having a breakdown saying, I don't want this baby. He's like, well, you wanted this, when they were doing when they were tangoing, she was loving it. We all do. We all love a little bit of tangoing. Doesn't mean she wanted a baby. So now she's pregnant. And the husband's like, well, we ain't, like, you have to have this baby. We ain't getting an abortion. And it's like, who is we? What happened to her body, her choice? I know it takes 2 to make a baby, but at the end of the day, it's her who's risking her life, first of all. There's a big percentage in Black women that die giving childbirth. During childbirth, they end up passing, sadly. Kids can come up with disabilities. There's postpartum, a lot of people, the depression, the things that happen after the baby, and just having that connection. There's breastfeeding, like there's so many different like struggles with being a mother. And he's just like, well, you're. Hi guys, sorry the mic went dead once again. Apologies. I'm just happy I noticed when I did, because once again I could have recorded the whole video, and then when it came to editing, then I would have found out the battery went. Hey guys, I'm back. The mic went out once again. Apologies, but I was just saying the husband wasn't being very supportive, and he was just like, well, you're pregnant now, it is what it is. Don't worry about the baby. He's just telling her, don't worry. He's not really comforting her. He's just like, basically, you've done this before, you can do it again. Like, we're having this baby. And she's just like, she's having a mental breakdown. Now, for her village and the people that know her in real life, please do take care of her. I'm worried. I'm worried for the safety of the new baby and even the other children. There's loads of stories recently, in recent years, and it's becoming more common, where parents are unaliving their kids and unaliving themselves because it's just too much. I currently suffer from depression, and listen, for people that don't get it, it feels like you're drowning or you're suffocating even though you're not in water. You know what I mean? I have good days, bad days. I am on medication, but just seeing her, I was just like, this ain't gonna end well, especially if her husband's just like antagonizing her and just not protecting her and being there. So the fact that he secretly recorded her, obviously this has gone viral on the TikTok streets. People obviously are making YouTube videos, making their commentary on it, and it's just like, it's been scrubbed, so I've not got the full video, but I'm gonna roll the clip. But yes, big trigger warning, guys, and I will be back with my commentary.
Yes, you do. Stop all that, bro.
No, put none of these fucking kids.
What you gonna do then? Cause we not getting up. We not doing the abortion thing, bro. That's not what we're doing.
It's not even about getting a fucking abortion. It's about me not wanting to be a mom no more. I don't want to be a mom
for
at
what?
all.
What made you not want to be a mom no more? Because the baby's always crying? You gotta wake up.
It's too much.
Just give me a minute. Like, yeah, guys, we've just watched that. Like, it's sad. It's just like if you've ever seen a person having a mental breakdown in public, and you know when people get out their phones and record them, it's like, call for help, call the police, call the ambulance. Like, this person could either hurt themselves or hurt someone. And you know, her husband's just, I just feel like he's poking the bear, and he's just like, what? Because you're worried about losing sleep, worried about changing nappy? No, being a mother is more than that. It's just a lot. And the fact when she shouted, I don't even want the 2 kids that I've already got, it's like, whoa. Now, do we feel like that sometimes where you literally just can't be asked with your kids? Yes. But it's not, this is not good. And people are just like, nah, this so-called husband, he gotta go. Like, people like, you need to get a divorce. You need to have the child and leave him with the child, girl. You need to, like, yo, this is not good. And I just feel sorry for, listen, I've had 4 kids. I do not want any more. If I was to find out tomorrow that I'm pregnant, I will probably be like her. I'll probably be having a breakdown. But I would never get myself in that situation. So a lot of people are like, how did, like, if you didn't want any more kids, why have you not got your tubes tied up? Or, you know, the typical, why you're not on contraception, or why are you doing it without protection? You know what I mean? Listen, when you get caught up in the moment, things happen. Like, even with my first child, we used protection, that didn't work. I had the emergency pill, that didn't work. And I ended up having him. Sometimes when the baby's just meant to be here, it's just meant to be here, and it's one of those. But yeah, let's get to some people's reactions, because yeah, this is crazy.
I just watched a video of a woman crying hysterically, saying that she's overwhelmed, she doesn't want any more kids, she already has 2 kids, they're pregnant again, she feels like it's too much on her body, she feels tired, she feels like she can't do it anymore, and she doesn't want to be a mom. She's saying all this to her husband. Her husband is laying in the bed and recording her, telling her she's doing too much, and asking her why she's doing it and saying she'll be fine. And you're doing all of this because of some kids. What? I just want to remind y'all that hell is hot. Because what? That lady is having an emotional breakdown. She has used her body to give you 2 kids and 1 on the way. Okay? And the best you got to offer is you're doing too much? That's what you got. No hug. No, come here, babe. Let's talk about it. I know it's a lot going on. The best you got is you need to calm down because you're doing too much. Women are putting their lives on the line to have babies for y'all. And y'all don't even be caring. Y'all don't even be caring. Hell is hot. And that's where y'all belong. In hell.
Yes. Like he said, I just want to remind you, hell is hot, okay? Listen, if you've been a subscriber on my channel, when I do videos like this, what am I always saying to you guys? These men, not all of them, some of them are straight up demons. They're from hell, so they know that hell is hot. Like he just said in his video, she's pacing up and down, she's having an emotional breakdown, and he's just laid up in the bed, feet probably crossed over, and he's secretly filming her, because you can tell he's not baitly, like, recording. He, you know, he's doing it on the slide. Obviously, she's not looking at him. When you're having a breakdown, like, you're not in the right frame of mind, innit? So she's not looking at him. She's just up and down, heads up. 1 minute it's down, like, hello? But like he said, hell is hot. Straight up, it's giving straight up demon. He doesn't care. And obviously, I heard him say, we're having a baby. Not really. When women have babies, it's not we. Doesn't matter if you're married, doesn't matter if you're single. It's the mother, it's that woman. That woman's having a baby because she's the one risking her life. If she sadly passes while, you know, giving birth, the man's not going to die. It's just the woman. If she loses the baby, yeah, they both lost the baby. But again, not really. Like, she lost the baby. You're both going to go through it emotionally. But physically, she's the one that's lost the child. This is, it's just a lot, and it's very, like, no, I'm not happy. Get that woman help. Obviously, he's just like, we ain't having no abortion, and it's just like, it doesn't have to be aborted. What about adoption, or maybe giving it to a family member that maybe wants kids but can't have kids? Like, there's so many options. Come on, we're in 2025. There's so many options, but I'm scared for this baby. Like, if she goes through full term of the whole pregnancy, gives birth, one day when he's not around, I just feel like something might happen. And then she'll just be like, I told you I didn't want, you know what I mean? She's been screaming from day one. And you know what? Sorry to jump on something else. During pregnancy, it really does affect your child. So with my last child, out of my 4 kids, he's like so intelligent, so forward. And I feel like that was because it was my best pregnancy. My 4th pregnancy was just perfect. I know there's no such thing as perfect, but it was. Like, his dad took care of me. He did the cleaning, the cooking, like everything you would want during your pregnancy. That was it. With my first pregnancy, I was single. I had to do like appointments and things on my own. My second one, I was in a bereavement. I was stressed, and that child came out with a disability. My third one, that was during COVID, so it was good and bad. It was quite stressful, but then obviously the whole 2020 happened, and my 4th one was perfect. But looking at all my kids, they're all different personalities, etc. But looking at my child that's come out with a disability, I'm not surprised, because that was the worst pregnancy. Like, that was like the worst time in my life. I shouldn't have been pregnant. I wasn't in the right frame of mind. So for him to come out with a disability, I'm not surprised. He's got autism, just in case you're wondering what disability, and he's non-verbal. But all the rest of my kids, you know, they can talk. All my rest of the kids are normal. But looking back, yeah, I wasn't in the right frame of mind. So looking at this video of this woman, I was basically looking like that, but 10 times worse, because again, I was going through a bereavement. I did have support, but you know what I mean? So the fact that it feels like she's not got support, because the fact that she can shout out, I don't even want the 2 kids I've got, it shows that she might not have a village. Like, where's Big Mama? If she's got siblings, where are the siblings at? You know what I mean? But yeah, this video, I'm not happy. I'm very triggered by it. It's bringing back a lot of PTSD for myself, and prayers for the woman. Like, I hope everything works out well.
So I just watched a woman on the internet being recorded by her husband. She is now pregnant, and she's given her husband 2 kids. And she's crying, saying that she's overwhelmed. She don't want to do this again. She don't want to take care of the kids. She don't want to be a mother. And instead of this man comforting his wife and being there for her emotionally, he's recording her in her pain and her distress. I honestly feel like some men, and I'm saying some, do not understand the sacrifice that women give up to carry their child. And I think it's so easy to say, being a mother of 5, 4 baby daddies now, was married for 10 years. My husband became a baby daddy almost a year ago. Well, past a year ago, right? I feel like the sacrifice that a woman gives up, her body, her mind, her mental health, possibly some give their life. Some give their life to bring life, your child, into this world. And instead of us being taken care of and carried and protected and loved and cherished, we are told we are doing too much. We are told that it's just children. You're doing this because you acting up like this because children? Do you know what it is to not just carry them, but to take care of them, to look after them? Different personalities. You gotta be in it. You gotta be a walking bipolar. Walking bipolar, because each child requires a different side of you. And this man is recording his wife. Ladies, my heart goes out to us, especially those who have to deal with men like this. And I do hope that the men that have stepped up and have taken care of theirs and is still taking care of theirs, that they will teach these men who want to be taught, so that we can do better as a whole.
That woman's response was everything. She was literally getting me all emotional when she's like, some women give their life. You know what I mean? And it's true. I know a couple of women that have passed sadly because, you know what I mean, during childbirth, or they've had a stillborn baby. Even that, like, that just sends you through the roof. But yeah, like she said, some men. Well, first of all, shout out for her for being like 100% honest. She's got 5 kids, 4 baby daddies, and I know just with that statement, people are already like judging. But she did say she was married for 10 years, and obviously now she's divorced. That husband's now her baby daddy. Obviously, you can say ex-husband. It's up to you what title you want to use, but you know what I mean. She's being honest, and like she said, as us as women, we give up so much from our body, our mind, our emotions. Like, once you become a mother, nothing is yours. Like, you'll never just be you again. Now, with men, it's half and half. Obviously, if he's a down, like, standing on business, 10 toes down dad, then it's half and half. But a man can literally just get up and leave, and that's it. Never look back. Us as women, we can't do that. Doesn't matter if we're going to be called a whatless mother or whatever. It always falls on us. And then I know a lot of men do get mad because the law is always on the mother's side. You have to be like a really bad person / mother for the, you know, social services to take your kids and give it to the dad, like, because the law is on the women's side. But it's because we carry them, we push them out, you know what I mean? Like, everything is on us. Even being married, there's a lot of women that have come out recently saying, like, telling young girls, don't get married because it's kind of worse than being single. At least with single, you're getting on with it, you know. But being married, you're doing everything for the husband and you're doing everything for the kids. So it's just like, you just never get a break. But I love that woman's response. Again, she was getting me all emotional because everything she was saying just straight facts. Like, she sees it, she can see it from both sides because she's been married. I don't know what her marriage was like, but the fact that this is the woman's husband and he's secretly recording her and he's just not being there for her. And I think that's a problem that I had in my own relationship, like that communication, that emotion. Like, it's really hard for just a stranger, but especially when it's your significant other, to understand you. From when they don't get you, it's really not going to work. And this guy, you know what I mean? She's having an emotional breakdown and he's just like, you'll be all right. You know, you've done this before. We got this. And it's just like, what part do you not understand? She doesn't want this baby. And there's so many women now that have come on TikTok saying they regret their kids. Like, if you go on TikTok, there's a whole, if you go down this rabbit hole about kids, you know, people wanting to be child free, just not wanting the kids if they find out they're pregnant, you know what I mean? Like, there's so many things, but obviously they're scared to get judged by the family, the friends, by the world. But again, like I said, if I was to find out I was pregnant, I wouldn't. I feel like I would be like that woman. I do want to get my tubes tied. It's not as easy as you think, oh, let me just go to the doctors. I want to get my tubes tied, I think for my second son, because again, just mentally I wasn't there and they wouldn't do it because of my age. Obviously, I'm a lot older now, but obviously some people get their tubes tied and then they regret it. So I get it, they've got to go through all these checks, blah, 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 blah. But at the same time, it shouldn't have to take a mental breakdown for, yeah, you can get your tubes, you know what I mean? I know 2 women, they were in toxic domestic violence relationships and they've got their tubes tied. And one of them, she was on the waiting list because, you know what I mean, a lot of people want it done. There was a waiting list and she ended up getting pregnant with twins, and it's just like, yikes. And then obviously after the twins, she definitely had it done, but she's not with that monster anymore, thank God. But even though right now I'm not being like tangoing, I'm not tangoing with anyone, like, nah, no more babies for me. So this is why I advocate for these, you know, 21 and no kids, these child-free girls living their best life. Because there's some men out here that just trap you on purpose. They just get you pregnant on purpose and dip, you know what I mean? Just to ruin your life again. Some of these men are real life demons. Like that guy said, hell is hot, okay?
Baby.
What you don't want the baby for?
I can't do this. I already got 2 fucking kids. I can't. I barely even want those 2 kids.
Needs to be a world that supports mothers that don't want to be mothers anymore. I'm sure you're like, how could you possibly say that as a mother yourself? I'm a product of a mother that did not want them. And let me tell you, one of the most dangerous places to be is in the arms of a mother that does not want you. Mothers that feel like they're unsupported in unmotherhood do things like Andrea Yates did and Casey Anthony. If we would support mothers who no longer want to be mothers and support women who give up their children and not publicly shame them for that or look down on them negatively, I think the world would be a lot better place, especially for children. Stand guilting mothers into motherhood, forcing mothers into motherhood, shaming mothers into motherhood, because who do you think is going to suffer in that situation from either neglect, abuse, or even death? The children. Why would you want to force a person who does not want this to want it? And then there's the people who say, oh, it can't be all bad. There's clearly a man in the house. So what? It doesn't matter if there's a man in the house. Men don't always provide a safe and comforting or stable environment. Just because a man's there doesn't mean that he helps, that he's doing anything. You see in that video, he's not comforting his wife or talking her down. He's recording her to shame her. So he's not providing anything mentally helpful or, anything comforting or emotionally helpful. He's watching her cry and pace around the room and screaming about how she doesn't want a mother, and then telling her, we're not doing the abortion thing. Who is we? I think this baby's in my body. But whatever. If that's what the decision they made as a couple, fine, whatever. But basically telling her there's no way out of this. You're going to have a third child. After she's expressing that she doesn't even want the two that she has. Why, again, would you think just because a man is there, that's helpful? It's not always helpful.
Listen, she made so many good points. Obviously, people are coming for how can you say this and you're a mother yourself? I think people that are mothers, people need to hear our cry more than anything. I get it, people that don't have kids, they have their opinion. But until you know motherhood and doing a whole school run, changing nappies, putting them to bed, bathing them, clothing them, feeding them, there's just so much. And a lot of them, if you was to speak to a lot of mothers, deep down they'd be like, I wish I only had maybe one or two, you know what I mean? But like she said, there's nothing more dangerous than a mother that doesn't want that child. Facts. Obviously, she stated all the different things, from neglect to being unaliving the child or just not looking after it, you know what I mean? Just leaving it home alone. We hear all these crazy stories. I did a story where during 2020, a mother got off and left her 3 kids, moved in with a boyfriend. She's out there trying to live her best life and she neglected them. They wasn't eating right. Listen, I'll put the picture there. Check that video out. The feces and, ugh. But like that woman said, there's nothing worse or more dangerous than a woman that doesn't want a baby. I know one girl that I went to school with, her mum didn't want her. She only found out recently as an adult that when she was younger, her mum tried to unalive her. She made her daughter get abused by one of her boyfriends, and she went to her mother and said, oh, your boyfriend did this. She didn't believe her, but I feel like deep down she knew, but because she didn't care about that child, she just neglected her, you know what I mean? Just straight up neglect. Nothing more dangerous than a mother that don't like you, doesn't want you, because that's what will happen. They will neglect you. Things can happen to you. They won't care. Everything she said in her video was straight up listen, if this woman doesn't want that child, please do not force her to have that child. It's with anything in life. If someone forces you to eat something you don't like, you're going to throw it up or you're going to run to the bathroom after and make yourself sick. If she does have this baby, please, whoever's around her, please do take care, because I am really scared for her and for this unborn child and for the kids prior.
Because recording your wife while she's having a vulnerable moment should be grounds for divorce. I don't care.
What you don't want the baby for?
I can't do this. I already got 2 kids. I can't. I barely even want those 2 kids.
Yeah, but you told me to do it and I did it.
You're talking out of the ordinary right now. I don't want these kids. I don't want none of these kids.
Yes, you do. Stop all that, bro.
I don't want none of these kids.
What you gonna do then? Cause we not doing the abortion thing, bro. That's not
It's
what
not
we're
even
doing.
about getting an abortion. It's about me not wanting to be a mom no more. I don't want to be a mom
So
at
what?
all.
What made you not want to be a mom no more? Cause the baby's always crying? You gotta wake up.
It's too much. It's too much for me. You sitting here.
You doing the most for what, bro? You over here choking and stuff for what? All because of kids, bro, that you sat down and had? Yes, you do want to do it.
I'm strong enough.
Yes, you did. Stop crying. Just stop crying, bro. Please, stop crying.
That's horrible. These 3 kids is my body up. I don't have it in me no more to be a mom.
Because the way I would have divorced this man, but let's get to the comments. Somebody by the name of Zoe said, this sounds like a woman who gets absolutely no help. You can literally hear the fact that she just is helpless, and she probably gets no help with the 2 children she already has. And then they quoted what he had said, all because of some kids. Those are your kids, sir. What do you mean, all because of some kids? Those are your kids too. She's clearly overwhelmed, and he isn't even comforting her, just recording a very vulnerable moment. Now, Lil Mama said, my mom dropped me and my siblings off at my aunt's house one summer in '08 and never came back. Don't force women to have kids they don't want. Because what kind of man posts a woman going through pregnancy hormones? They go on to say men should be protecting their women, not trying to make them look like fools. Because instead of addressing her mental health issues, you just record her. Divorce.
Listen, the internet ain't shit. How can someone be quoting exactly what my man said? It's crazy. But all jokes aside, I agree with her. Like, this is a road for divorce. The fact that she can shout out, I don't want to be a mother to the 2 kids I've got already, that shows that he's just one of those, like, husbands that's just in the house. You know, people that just want to be married just to say they're married, they got the wedding ring, the wedding band, whatever. Some women have husbands that don't do ish. You know, the husband's meant to be the head, the provider, you know, keep you safe, look after, you know, help you when you need help. But it literally looks like everything falls on her. I bet she's obviously taking care of the 2 kids by herself. And if they're boys, prayers for her, because just being a boy mum is a lot. But yeah, she's doing, you know, the whole cooking, the cleaning, the school pickups, drop-offs, while he's probably at work, probably going out with friends after work. If he does have a job, you know, that's another thing in mind. And again, you can be with a man or have a husband, but he's not emotionally there for you, or when you need help, he doesn't help you. You know what I mean? Listen, just being pregnant, all the emotions and everything you go through, the body changes, it's a lot. But then it's the after bit, like, it doesn't just stop once you, like, give birth to the baby. Like, the whole thing is a lot. Until the kid's 5 years old, you know what I mean? Everything's a lot because, you know, you've got the teething. There's just never a break. It goes from them waking up and just wanting to be, like, breastfed. Then it's, you know, the nappy changes. I'm trying to think of all, and then it's getting them onto solid foods, weaning them onto solid foods. Then it's the teething. Like, it's just never ending. You know what I mean? It's that never ending cycle. But yeah, I'm with that woman. That couldn't have been my husband. Like, that's a straight up divorce. You are not secretly posting me at my worst state and then think everything, you know what I mean? You're not helping me, and you're talking about we ain't having an abortion. She said it's not even that. She didn't say anything about an abortion. She just said, I don't want this baby. I can't do it. We need to come to some arrangement, you know what I mean? Because this ain't gonna work.
Her husband is recording her basically emotionally already going through a lot. You know what I'm saying? And what it looks like to me is she is stressed out to the point of no return. And she's probably not getting enough help from the husband. And for the husband to not only record this and to post this, major disrespect, major instability within that relationship at that point right there. Right? And there's a lot of things that I have contention with in this video. One, she said she didn't even want the 2 children that they currently have now. That's alarming, afraid. Somebody needs to intervene at that moment right there, because that right there is a red flag for me, and I would have to come in and we would have to have a conversation about that. 2, if she knew, and I'm not blaming her, I'm just asking a question for clarifying understanding. It's like, if you knew you didn't want another kid, and you knew you didn't want kid number 2, or even kid number 1, why did you not do the preventative work and care to prevent yourself from having those kids in the first place? That's just a question. I know, don't blame me as a man. I'm just asking. But after that, as a husband, you could see your wife going through this emotional, exhaustive rant. And instead of saying, hey, baby, it's going to be okay. I'm going to pick up shift. I'm going to help more around the house. I'm going to take things off your plate. I'm going to do things necessarily enough to make your life a little bit easier so you can take the stress off. And if you think that us having this baby is not in a good position right now, we can do whatever we need to do to make sure that it doesn't happen so you don't have to go through this or whatever. Like, to being a supportive, loving husband, you chose to record this and post it on the internet. That's why it gives me skit gives me this is not real. But if this is real, yeah, ma'am, you're in a bad relationship. Your husband don't give a fuck. He thinks that because you guys are barely skimming by, it's okay to have another kid. Like, share, comment.
Yeah, I loved his response. Like, he's holding them both accountable. Like he said, with the husband recording her, like, that's straight up like, no, you know what I mean? Your wife's worst mental state, and you're gonna put her out. And you know, when you think about the internet, once it's out there forever. And then you've got people like me making, you know what I mean, giving their opinions on it. It's just not good. Obviously, we want the best for her, so that's why I'm sharing this video for awareness. Anyone going through anything similar, like, please do seek help. But I like how he touched on, so how it's very alarming, a red flag that she's saying she don't want the 2 kids she's already got. That's what I'm saying. Like, that's a scary statement. Motherhood is hard, but I would never like say something like that about my kids. This is how you know she's having a breakdown. Like, for us to say that is like, whoa. Second of all, like he said, she didn't want the first one or the second one, then why are you pregnant again? Like, there's so many ways to prevent it. Like, how are you in this situation again? Again, I'm trying to get my tubes tied, so I could never come on YouTube and be like, oh, hey guys, I'm pregnant again, even though I don't want kids, you know what I mean? So I definitely agree with him with that. Like, and he said he's just asking, like, he ain't coming for her, like, he's like, don't shoot me on it. He's asking as a man, like, why are you pregnant again? And you know you don't want more kids, and you don't even want the 2 you've got. And it's like the people, you know, 21 with no kids, they've, like, there's some women, like my sister, she's in her 40s and got no kids. She obviously took precautions to prevent being a baby mom or being a single parent or having kids. So I feel like with this woman that didn't even want the 2 kids she's had prior, why are you pregnant again? Why have you not taken the precautions of not getting pregnant again? So I definitely agree with him. But yeah, he made some good points. Yeah, guys, that's it for this video. Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. What do you think of the husband? And then what do you think of the wife and what she said? She said some really triggering things. But yeah, prayers for her, and I hope she gets the help that she needs. Please like, comment, and subscribe, and share this video. I need 11 more subscribers to get to 500. Come on, guys. If you're new here, subscribe to your girl. Stay safe, and I'll see you in my next one. Bye.